Carrie here from HomesteadHow. Welcome to our homestead. We're growing these little hydroponic gardens in our kitchen, and they're starting to sprout already, which is really exciting. But the more exciting thing is we have a huge hydroponic garden we're going to be building right here in the corner of our living room, and it's from a company called Aerospring Hydroponics. Aerospringhydroponics.com. It comes in this box, and it's going to be a completely vertical indoor garden that we can grow salad and tomatoes and whatever we want year round, 365 days a year, right in the corner of our property with no soil and just a little bit of water. We're gonna fast forward and show you all of it in a quick time lapse in today's episode. So let's get started. Aerospringhydroponics.com. We're gonna set this up, and it's really cool technology. There's water in it, there's no soil at all, and it uses air and water to grow your food 365 days a year in the comfort of your home, rain or snow or whatever's going on outside. We're gonna have fresh produce, vegetables and tomatoes right here in our homestead. So this container is just full of all sorts of items. There's food, looks like there's a fan, there's a pump, all the little growing pods, and then there's more here. It comes with these QR codes. I just scanned one with my phone, and it gives you a library of short videos you can watch if something's a little more complicated and you can't figure it out. It shows all of the different parts. Overall assembly of the Aerospring was very straightforward. My daughter Katie and I were able to put it together in short order. The water tank will sit on these heavy-duty casters, so it's pretty nice. You're able to not only roll around the entire unit, but you can rotate it if you're next to a window so that your plants get more sun if you don't want to run the LED lights. Now I'm just assembling each of the sections where the plants will go, and the water will get pumped up from the tank, and eventually it will shower down to all of the plants from this pump. Pump it all the way up, and then it'll shower down, watering the roots of each of the plants. So it's been a couple weeks since Katie and I built our Aerospring, and it's been sitting in the corner waiting for our plants. And the reason we did that is because we had to start our seedlings here in our little countertop units. We have a whole bunch of beautiful herbs. What do we have there? Cilantro? Parsley, dill, whole bunch of stuff. And then over here we started some spinach and lettuce, but only 2 of them grew, and we should have planted more. So now we're going to transplant these things into the Aerospring, but first we have to fill it up with water. We're so excited to get this thing started. We're going to have year-round vegetables, salad, lettuce, herbs in this thing. It just looks great. It's really nice and bright. So first things first, Katie and I have to fill this water tank up. And now here's the Aero water pump. I'm kind of scared to push this. I don't know if what happens. That's cool. It's raining. Get in there. That's pretty cool. So that water pump, I'm going to set on a timer. I've got to read the directions, but you can set this. There's a timer you set, and then this will just run throughout the day on the timer, and the same thing with the lights. Another cool thing with these lights are, you can take these down and flip them over. so that you're only lighting the bottom. This is the plant food to get it started. So that's 300 of A. So I'm just going to mix up those, make sure it gets well dispersed in the water. And then we can put our cover back on. All right, time to transplant. All right, here's our first attempt here. Pull this one out. Oh, we got some nice roots. All right, we're transplanting these things. This is really fun. I can't believe we grew all this stuff already. I'll show you a real quick preview. It looks so much better under this Aerospring really bright lights. So we had 2 spinach and it turned into 4. So hopefully these make it. Spinach here, spinach here, spinach here. We're going to cover the remaining holes, otherwise you can get some algae. And then we're going to replant. So I've got some cherry tomatoes and a bunch of peppers in there, and then Katie has all sorts of lettuce in this one. So now we're going to do every pod, and if one of them starts getting too big, then we can start moving it over to here to the Aerospring. So we've transplanted our first batch into here, and it looks great. It's so nice and bright. I'm going to take and put up some of the walls in the back, and then I'm going to go into the app and I'm going to set the timer for both the pumps and the lights. But this thing is looking awesome. It's really cool having this nice greenery right in the living room, and then when we get hungry we can just come out here and pull right off of it. So I guess the only thing I'm worried about is our spinach down there. Those were a little bit small. I let them go a little bit longer and then moved them over, so we'll see how that goes. So a few days after moving everything to the Aerospring, everything is looking great. The lights and pump are both on a timer, and today we're going to take some of our first herbs here and we're going to cook our first meal with our very own hydroponically grown indoor herbs. Check out what we make. This pizza with the fresh herbs on it turned out great. We're really looking forward to getting some lettuce and salads going, and we're going to do more videos on HomesteadHow showing the Aerospring and what we grow in it, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Please leave a comment down below and tell us what you're growing. At the end of every episode of HomesteadHow, we show some of our favorite photographs we took on and around our homestead. This week was Jen's birthday, and we took a little field trip to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Some of these first pictures are from that.